All right, welcome back, everybody, to Madrid. Let me just change this because I realize they're not from that place. There we go. Now we've got Zverev Cerundolo, which is an interesting matchup. Winner's going to play Mensik, who took out Bublik earlier today. But let's go to the preview real quick because they're about to walk out on court. So the winner of this match will take on... the winner... What were we doing? Oh, we're in the fourth round. Oh, that's why. That makes sense. Okay, let me just fix this. Okay, there we go. That's better. Slightly better. Kind of shit. It's kind of bad. Yeah. There we go. All right, that's better. Now, all right, so Zverev, he's taken out both Bautista Agut and Fokina. Of course, the Fokina match was really epic the other day. And then against Cerundolo, he's taken out Mayotte and Comesaña in straight sets. Winner of this will take on Mensik, as I mentioned. So, Fran Cerundolo, he's number 21 in the world, 26 years old from Argentina. He is 6'1", right-handed. He has got 20 wins, 9 losses on the year. No titles this year, but he's got 3 career titles. His form's been pretty good too. And Sasha Zverev, world number 2, 27 years old from Germany, 6'6", right-handed. He's got 19 wins, 7 losses on the year. He has got a title this year as well. That was in Munich last week. Or 2 weeks ago now. 24 titles, including a couple in Madrid. And his form has been solid. But 2-0 Cerundolo, including a straight sets win here 12 months ago. Plus, Buenos Aires this year, Cerundolo got the win. So, it's going to be tough. Zverev's got to beat the head-to-head and also, again, come back from a set down. Come back and try and reclaim his throne. Because he is number 2 and he's number 1 seed, and Cerundolo never lost to him. So, it's going to be a rough one. Let's see what happens. And Fran can play on European clay, so don't think that it's a South American thing. He can play on this clay as well. This match will take a long time, I can tell you that much. This match will not be fast. We've got 2 hours until Sabalenka. Expect this match to go at least most of that. If this match is under an hour and a half, then someone will be retired. If this is if it goes less than 90 minutes, because somebody got injured. You can don't bet on it because it's just fun. What happened to Uchiyama? She is on fire. Yeah, she is. She won. Did she win? She's winning. She is winning. I hope it's 2 hours and straight sets, Fran. Well, it could be. All right. I had a meeting at work and we on to the next match. That's it. On to the next one. It's a big day today. Big day. Zverev needs this. Yeah. He surely does. All right. Musetti seems to be maturing every day. I watch him, yeah. Pardon me. Yeah, he's definitely getting better. By the way, Chad, I haven't even checked the weather because I don't think we've got a roof, so who cares? Tomorrow's going to rain, apparently. And Friday is going to be shitty. But that's all right because we've got a roof. Doesn't matter. But, yeah. Next week is when the weather matters. Rome. Oh. Please don't rain. Please don't rain. Cheering for Zverev, but I think he's going to lose to Cerundolo again. Okay. Who do you think the next number 1 is after Sinner? I think Mensik. I think Zverev. Zverev will be number 1. Like, look. I don't know why. But it's it seems kind of fitting that Zverev would get to world number 1 before he won a slam. Like, I don't know why. He's just so good not to be... Like, he's already number 2, right? And I know Sinner's a long way away, but I just feel like it's... Like, I would not be shocked if Zverev got to number 1 before he won a slam. Now, will he win a slam? And, I think he'll win a slam eventually, but I don't know. Maybe not now. Like, not like in the next week or so, but I don't know. I just feel like it seems something like... It just feels like that's something that would in Zverev's career would happen. That he would be number 1 first, and then maybe a slam. Like, it just feels like that's the sort of... Because like we say this, we've been saying this a lot, and a lot of people have sort of jumped on board the last couple of years, but I think Zverev is currently the best player without a slam, active or retired, right? We're talking about, we put him up there with Nalbandian, with Ferrer, any other player that you can name. He's the best player without a slam. He's leading the chase. He's done way more than they have outside of slams. He's made 3 slam finals, right? 3 slams finals, which I don't think many players have done. He hasn't been number 1 yet, but it just feels like he would do that first, and then eventually he'll win that slam. And when he wins that slam, it'll be even sweeter because he's done everything else but win a slam, right? It just feels like he's got a gold medal. I mean, he's got multiple 1000s. He's got multiple ATP finals trophies. He's got big wins over everybody. He's made 3 slam finals. He's, it just seems like he would get to world number 1 first. It's like the last thing he'll ever do in his career is win a slam. Like, that's the final achievement. So I don't know. So I think Zverev. And I don't know. I mean, again, it depends on how Sinner does on hard courts and how, especially because Sinner did so well at the end of last year. Like, he has no points really to make. Because Sinner won Cincinnati, Sinner won US Open, Sinner won Beijing Finals, Shanghai winner, ATP Finals. And if Zverev makes the final of the French again, or makes the final of the US, and then also wins like, Canada or something, and then wins Shanghai or whatever, like, I don't know. It just feels like maybe the math would math. Especially if Sinner has if Sinner lost randomly at the US Open, which would be so crazy. But if he was to get upset in his 3rd round, right? And Zverev made the final and lost. It's got to be, they've got to be getting closer to in the rankings. So I don't know. It just feels like that would be, it's either he's not going to get to number 1 and win a slam, or he's going to get to number 1 and the slam will be the final achievement. He would take a slam over number 1 any day, or everyone would. No one would want to be number 1 without a slam, or nobody would, like, you take 2 in a slam all day. But I don't know. I just feel like, he's done so much. He's done, like, again, he's probably the best player without a slam, active or retired. But, yeah. I don't know. I could see him being world number 1 before he won a slam. Like, he could get to a slam final and take the number 1 ranking, but then not win that slam. And he wins the semis, makes the final of a slam. Winning the semis got him to number 1, but he loses the final, and then he's number 1 even though he lost the final. Like, it just feels like that would be a cruel fate. And I don't know why, but it just feels like that would just be something that would happen. I don't know. He's done so much, Zverev, that it just feels like he'd be like, you win the semifinals, you're number 1. He wins the semis, makes the final, and then he's number 1, but he loses to someone in the final. And then you're like, oh, shit. I don't know. But again, he's got a long way to catch Sinner, so maybe not. If Sinner was banned for 6 months, maybe it would be a different story. But anyways, backhanded down the line from Zverev in the net. Cerundolo 15 love. Who's winning this one, chat? Who's winning this one? I'm going to go Cerundolo in 3. I think that head-to-head is something to think about. As it a return now from Zverev into the forehand of Cerundolo. Forehand from Zverev into the backhand of Cerundolo. To the backhand of Zverev. Cerundolo again to the backhand of Zverev. Into the backhand of Cerundolo. Zverev in the net. 30 love. 30 love. love. Cerundolo serves in the backhand. Zverev returns the forehand to Cerundolo. Drop shot is too good. 40 love. Fran came here to play. 40 love. All right, Fran holds. 1 love first set. All right. As Zverev serves. And Zverev hits a fault second serve. As we're backhand from Zverev. Into the backhand of Cerundolo. Backhand of Zverev. Again, the backhand of Cerundolo sliced into the forehand of Zverev. Cerundolo backhand. And Zverev backhand goes again to the forehand of Cerundolo. Into the backhand of Zverev. It's Cerundolo backhand in the nets. 15 love. You alright? Oh, bless you. You alright? 15 love. And as we just serve in the back end of Cerundolo, 4 Zverev. Fran it long, 30 love. As we backhand return now, Zverev into the forehand of Cerundolo, but Zverev gets the point. Cerundolo hits a long. 40 love. As Zverev says a fault second serve. As we just serve. Into the back of Cerundolo. Into the back of Zverev, but it's out by Cerundolo. And Zverev holds 1-1. Ah, 1-1. As we're backing up from Zverev into the back end of Cerundolo. Zverev goes again the back end of Cerundolo. The back end of Zverev is Cerundolo backhand into the back end of Zverev. Cerundolo goes in the forehand of Zverev. Into the forehand of Fran as we have a forehand rally. Now Fran to the back end of Zverev. Into the back end of Cerundolo. Zverev backhand again. Cerundolo into that Zverev forehand, but Zverev hit it out. 15 love. As we return from Zverev. 15 love, so it's a fault second serve. As that goes for, I think, a double fault. All right. 15 all. As we get a forehand now from Zverev to the forehand of Cerundolo. Zverev forehand to the back of Cerundolo. Zverev with the backhand again, the back of Cerundolo. And Cerundolo hits it out, 15-30. Chance for Zverev to break. How far do you think Sinner would go at Rome? It depends on how the draw goes. He should win the whole thing if he gets a good draw. As Cerundolo gets the 30 all with some good hitting. Bit of fault from Cerundolo, second serve. As that goes in the net by Cerundolo, 30-40. As it backhand for Zverev. Goes wide, and we get the deuce. As that goes in the net by Zverev, advantage Cerundolo. As Cerundolo serves. And holds. No. There's a fault. Second serve. Everything froze. And as the serve goes back, and Zverev returns the forehand to Cerundolo. Zverev hits it into the forehand to Cerundolo. Hits it in the net. We're back to deuce. First there's a fault, second serve. And the backhand return goes the backhand is Cerundolo, backhand is Zverev. And Cerundolo gets it back into the backhand is Zverev. Again to the forehand now of Zverev on the stretch. And Cerundolo wins the point advantage. Zverev couldn't get it. Advantage Cerundolo. Is Fran the best South American tennis player at the moment? Yes. Yeah. I can't think of another one. He's got to be, right? All right. Back to Cerundolo. Advantage Cerundolo. His brother's in the house, by the way. As he hits a great serve down the tee, and it's 2-1. Cerundolo leads. Tough game. All right. Echeverry? Nah. I think Cerundolo overtakes Echeverry. Cerundolo is good on hard courts too. Fonseca to Bilo Echeverry? Nah, I still think it's Cerundolo. All right. Zverev with the serve. He says the fault. Second serve. All right. And Cerundolo hits it off the tape and wide. 15 love. All right, nice serve from Zverev. 30 love. 30 love. All right. 40 love. All right. Zverev, levels 2-2. All right, nice hitting from Fran, 15 love. $15 love. As Cerundolo hits another winner, 30 love. Who am I rooting for to win? Well, I picked Fran to win, so Fran, I guess. $30 love. As a default, second serve. As we return now in the net from Zverev, 40 love. $40 love. I never needed any power to play tennis. Yeah, but were you playing at like a 1000 level? Like it's a little like, I get it. Like, why do we need all these things? Why did yesterday not happen? I mean, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. This is a very complex event that, that needs power, not just for the line calls, but for facilities, recovery, emergencies, Like if a player played and got injured and had to go to the hospital, they wouldn't have been able to get to the hospital yesterday because the traffic was too bad, So like the safety, it's totally different. Like it's a big, like it goes way beyond just like electronic line calls and the umpire's microphone yesterday, Especially with the traffic lights going out in the streets and the traffic being so bad. I mean, players had to walk home to their hotel because they couldn't get taxis because it was too expensive. It was too bad, and the trains weren't running. So, it was a lot more. It's a lot more complicated than just well, just call your own line calls, okay? But you got to think like a little bit further on than that, Like what happens if something bad happens? What, Also, apparently there was no like showers. Like the showers weren't working because they were electric heated or something. Also, when it got dark, they didn't have any lights. So they couldn't play in the dark. And then what? The players have to walk home in the dark to get back to the hotel? So again, I think it goes a little bit further than just not having to like no power means we can still play. All right. Zverev to serve. 3-2 Cerundolo, 20 minutes in. Trains were down, mobile phones were down, radio. Exactly, yeah. Like it was just too unsafe. 3-2. And Cerundolo returns it back in Zverev. Back in a Cerundolo on the stretch is a lob, but it's wide. 15 love. Apparently players and spectators were told to leave their cars. Traffic lights were out too. Yeah. Yep. Uchiyama took out Alexandrova. Wow. So Uchiyama takes on Svitolina. Is that a quarterfinal? 15 love is going to return out of the back in Zverev. Forehand from Cerundolo. Into the forehand of Zverev. Cerundolo forehand to the back in Zverev on the stretch with the slice. Cerundolo forehand cross court. Zverev with a pass, but Cerundolo with a lovely volley winner. 15-all. People were stuck in elevators and trains, yeah. There was no water, 4G, Wi-Fi, or lights. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's all right. We have days up our sleeve. We're fine. We're back on track by Thursday. The schedule will be back on track by Thursday, hopefully. Weather depending. So that goes the net from Cerundolo, 30-15. It's just me or Cerundolo looks like team from an angle. I don't know. Maybe. 30-15. As we just serve now the forehand is Cerundolo. Back on Zverev. To the back of Cerundolo. Zverev wins the point. Cerundolo hits it out. 40-15. $40-15. $40-15. As the return goes out by Cerundolo, 3-all. 23 minutes played, 6 games. It's not the slowest match we've ever watched. 3-all. All right. 3-all. As the return for Zverev goes long. 15-love. All right. Cerundolo trying to stay in front. As we backhand now from Zverev to the back of Cerundolo. Zverev backhand into the forehand of Cerundolo. To the forehand of Zverev as Cerundolo backhand again. The forehand of Zverev. Into the forehand of Cerundolo. Zverev down the middle. Cerundolo backhand as Zverev gets it with a backhand into the backhand of Cerundolo. Down the line to the forehand of Zverev on the stretch. Cerundolo forehand down the line. Zverev puts up a lob. But Fran hits a smash. Zverev gets it back. Cerundolo forehand open court. Zverev there with a slice. And Cerundolo forehand cross court. Zverev back in the rally, but Fran's still in control. Now Zverev's in control. Okay, he's turning it around. Back into backhand. Good defense from Zverev. He's going to backhand again from Fran to the backhand of Zverev. Forehand from Cerundolo. Goes long. 15-30. Nice hustle by Zverev. 15-30. Okay. $15.30. As we return into the forehand of Cerundolo. Forehand of Zverev can't get it. Nice. Hitting by Fran. 30-all. 30-all. Cerundolo serves. Into the backhand of Zverev. Return the net. 40-30. $40-30. $40-30. Cerundolo serves. The slice is Zverev. Return goes to front of Cerundolo. Zverev with a pass. Cerundolo volleys it away. 4-3. Good fight back by Fran to take the lead. Again, 4-3. 4-3. All right. All right, 4-3 Cerundolo. Now, we do have Sabalenka coming on in an hour and a half, so we've got some time until that. Hopefully this match doesn't go past that, because they've got to change the crowds around because of the night session. They've got to kick everybody out from the day and bring in the night. But, yeah. We'll see what happens. Cerundolo, brother, get up to. He's also good. What? Sabalenka draw is a cakewalk. Meanwhile, the bottom is stacked. I agree. Totally. I mean, before the draw, when the draw came out, we said the same thing. Even before all the upsets and stuff at the top, we already knew that the top half of the draw was where you wanted to be and bottom half was a nightmare. What, do you think I lie, chat? You think I just say that for fun? But Cam, you always say Swiatek has a tough draw. Yeah, because she always gets a tough draw. It sucks. She always gets a bad draw. And if you put Sabalenka down the bottom, you'd say she had a bad draw. So the bottom half of the draw was the worst for anybody who was in the bottom half. All right. Cerundolo 4-3. Four, three. 4-3. As the lob goes up by Cerundolo. And it goes out. 15 love. All right, 15 love. And Zverev serves. Into the back and Cerundolo. Return goes back and Zverev. Cerundolo with a forehand to the front of Zverev. To the back and Cerundolo. Zverev with a backhand down the line. Goes long. 15-0. It's getting very windy in there as well. 15-0. I think I used my Valium in that Swiatek match earlier. Might need to stock up for Swiatek keys. That sounds... Don't do that. As that goes in the net from Cerundolo. 30-15. Zverev serves again. Serving the front of Cerundolo. Return goes into the front of Zverev. Cerundolo back end on the stretch. Goes long, and it's 40-15. And Zverev serves again. A fault. Second serve. All right. Zverev holds 4-4. Cerundolo hits it out, left 15. As Cerundolo with a good serve, 15 all. $15.30. Cerundolo in trouble. 15.30. And Cerundolo serves again. Serve into the back of Zverev, return the net, 30 all. $30 all. $30 all. Cerundolo serves a fault. Second serve. As the return goes back into Cerundolo, back in from Zverev. Into the back into Cerundolo. As Zverev hits it out. 40-30. $40-30. As the return goes out by Zverev, and it's 5-4 Cerundolo. All right. $5-4 Cerundolo. See, chat. I hope that everybody that tells me that I need to watch Zverev, you have to watch Zverev, and basically just harasses me, harasses me when we don't watch Zverev, and how can you not watch the world number 2 and you don't, you never watch Zverev, Cam? What's your problem? Why don't you watch Zverev? I hope you're all here right now, because I tell you what, the chat is quiet. It's a very quiet group in the chat. I don't know if it's just because everyone's sleepy or what, or if all the people that harass me to watch Zverev are just lurking, but I gotta be honest, chat, I get a lot of people coming at me. Well, you don't watch Zverev. What are you talking? You always watch Alcaraz. You never watch Zverev. I didn't realize you had that many fans. All right, well, where are you? Where the hell is everyone? We have more people watching Tsitsipas versus Musetti. So chat, if you're going to come at me with Zverev matches, you better bring your friends, because we're only watching this because it's an interesting matchup. But if this is Zverev versus somebody else, and you've been telling me we got to watch him, it's not doing, you and nobody else. Where the hell is everyone? Where is everybody? Where are all the Zverev fans? You all just slept. You all disappeared. You're busy, are you? Too busy to watch a guy? What the hell? Come on now. Did a volley from Zverev? 15 love. That's more like it. All right. Now the chat's getting a little active. All right. If we don't want Zverev next match, we're gonna get shit for it again. All right, 15 love. As the return goes to forehand to Zverev, backhand out from Cerundolo. Into the backhand of Zverev, Cerundolo backhand. Again to the backhand of Zverev. Into the forehand of Cerundolo. Zverev. Again to the forehand of Cerundolo. But Fran hits it long, 30 love. $30 love. As we serve again from Zverev. Into the forehand of Cerundolo. Return goes back in Zverev. Cerundolo slice. Into the forehand of Zverev. Cerundolo backhand pass. Zverev volleys it. And Cerundolo gets there, but Zverev volleys off the tape. Goes in. He says, sorry, 40 love. I'm a Zverev and Cerundolo fan. That's fair. I'm talking about those people that whenever I don't watch Zverev, all I hear is complaining. I hope you're here. Who I can't remember who it was, but I know a lot of people when we don't watch Zverev are like, I can't believe you're not watching Sasha Zverev. I hope you are all here. Because if you're not here, then what the hell? 40 love. Fran hits it out 5-all. All. You're lucky no one else is playing right now to watch. Linda!
I'm a proud Zverev fan every day.
Thank you for the donation. And good, I'm glad. I wasn't talking to you specifically. I was talking to the people that harass me about not watching Zverev and give me shit for it. But there's nothing else to watch, so if there was, I mean, if Draper Berrettini was on right now, we'd probably watch that. Not going to lie. That match was, in my head, was, I think, more interesting. But it didn't work out, so we're watching this one. 15 love. $15 Schedule came out. Let's go. Please be kind. Please be kind. Please be kind. Please be... Oh, what? Ugh. Hang on. Wait, what? Why are we starting at 9 p.m.? What the hell is that about? What the hell? Why, what? Oh, why are we doing this? Oh, actually, no, it's not too bad. It's not terrible. I don't know why Gauff Andreeva is not on center court. That's kind of weird. Maybe because they're waiting for Sabalenka? If Sabalenka loses, they'll put Gauff on center court, surely. Tomorrow, the ATP might be a miss. God, Draper, Paul, and if Sabalenka loses, they'll promote Gauff Andreeva, surely. Gauff Andreeva should be center court. I'm sorry, Sabalenka, I know she's number one, and I know I complain about number one, but Sabalenka, Kostyuk, or Potapova is not it. Like, that's not better than Gauff versus Andreeva. And I know Sabalenka's number one, and I know I'm contradicting myself. The number one deserves center court, but only when I decide. Only when I like it. If Sabalenka loses, there's no way that they're going to have Stearns versus Potapova on center court. There's no shot. Gauff Andreeva has to be put on center court if that changes. They have to change the schedule. There's no way they put on Stearns and Kostyuk on center court. No way. No shot. Coco Mirra has to be center court. If Sabalenka loses, they have to change it. Because I cannot choose between Draper Paul and Gauff Andreeva. That's not fair. That's bullshit. I don't want to choose. I don't want to choose. It's not fair. Anyway, 6-5, Cerundolo holds. Stearns Potapova's a blockbuster. Yeah, it says you, and that's it. It says you and you are not alone. Draper Paul should be good. Yeah, there's some good matches on center court. It's just Andreeva Gauff is not on there. It's not one of them, unfortunately. But they're waiting for Sabalenka, and they're giving Sabalenka respect, and I respect that they're giving her respect. But I also think that Gauff versus Andreeva, a top 10 clash between two young players should be on center court, even if Sabalenka versus unseeded player. I'm contradicting myself. Anyways, Zverev, it's a backhand volley. In? No, it's out. Love 15.
It's out. It's out.
Love 15. Andreeva Gauff not being on center court is criminal. Even if Sabalenka wins. Like Sabalenka versus versus Kostyuk, or Sabalenka versus Potapova is not. That's not a bigger matchup. On paper. There's no shot. All right, love 15. There's a backhand return from Cerundolo into the front of Zverev. Backhand of Cerundolo into the backhand of Zverev. Cerundolo backhand again to the backhand of Zverev. Down the line to the forehand of Cerundolo. Zverev goes down the line with the forehand to the backhand of Cerundolo into the backhand of Zverev, who goes down the line and long. Love 30. Chance for Fran to steal the set. Yeah, I know that maybe because Gauff and Andreeva got a day off, they're going to be earlier tomorrow. But wouldn't they put them on center court first and then put Swiatek Keys after that? And then Sabalenka versus whoever? I don't know. Again, it all comes down to if Sabalenka wins or loses. If she loses, there's no shot Stearns makes center court. Stearns is not playing center court tomorrow. I'm sorry. She's not. If she beats Sabalenka, she will not play center court. There's no shot they wouldn't change it. There's no chance. The only reason why that's blank for Sabalenka is for Sabalenka alone. If Sabalenka loses, that changes. It has to. It has to. They have to put Gauff and Andreeva on center court. If Sabalenka loses, they have to. They have to. As we got a forehand from Cerundolo into the backhand of Zverev, love 30. As Fran hits it in the net, 15-30. They have to do that. Oh, you know what? Andreeva versus Gauff is on at 3 p.m., but then the night session, Sabalenka match is at 8 p.m. Yeah, I'm confused. Anyways, backhand goes into the forehand of Cerundolo. Drop shot's good, and it's 15-40. Set points for Cerundolo. I thought they would have put Keys and Swiatek on at night. I thought Swiatek would have wanted that. And then you would have put Gauff versus Andreeva first? Wouldn't that be smarter? Put that on first and then put... Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you put Keys, Swiatek at night? Wouldn't that make more sense? Anyways, set points. As the return goes into the net by Cerundolo, 30-40. 30-40. $30-40. Still set point. As Cerundolo return goes to the forehand of Zverev. Cerundolo slice into the forehand again of Zverev. Cerundolo backhand pass. Zverev with a half volley pickup. Cerundolo gets it and hits it straight down the middle. Cerundolo 7-5 first set. Zverev lets it slip at the end of the set. Good thing you are not a scheduler, Cam. I'm sorry, are you serious? it wouldn't be fair to Kostrick Potapova. Well, then what you do is you put Svitolina Uchiyama first, and then Diallo versus Dimitrov, and then the night session you put Sabalenka on night session tomorrow on court 2. Wouldn't that make more sense? Like, I would put Swiatek Keys center court at night. I would put the first match of the day being on Draper versus Gauff, or Draper versus Paul if you want. And then the night session tomorrow, you'd put it Kostrick Potapova versus the winner of Stearns Sabalenka. And you'd move everyone up. So then they get the more time, and that's fair. The schedule, they could have done a lot better with the schedule. I could have done a lot better with the schedule. And Sabalenka on court 2, I know it sucks. But Andreeva Gauff is that's not a court 2 match. That's a top 10 clash everybody's been waiting for. I mean, that's a match of the day, and you put it on court 2? Gauff can't play first? Why? Why can't Gauff play first? Andreeva Gauff could be match of the tournament. I know. So it should be on center court. Or you put Keish Swiatek on court 2. I mean, it's rough because that's a good match too, but I don't know. I feel like the schedule could have been better. Also, it's not their fault. The power went out for the whole world or for the whole country. So if the power didn't go out, we wouldn't even have this conversation. They would have done it. It would have been much easier, but it's a tough thing they've got to do. They've got to figure out a lot of shit. So I'm not going to blame the schedule on the tournament because it's not really their fault. It's the power outage screwed up everything. All right. First set in the bag to Fran. 7-5. Cerundolo. All right. As we default from Cerundolo, second serve. Into the backhand Zverev, backhand Cerundolo, to the backhand Zverev. Cerundolo backhand. Into the forehand Zverev, again the backhand Cerundolo. Zverev with the forehand to the line. Cerundolo slice. Into the forehand Zverev. Cerundolo backhand pass is wide. Love 15. Love 15. All right. Serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. There's a return from Zverev, goes back to Cerundolo. Forehand from Zverev. To the backhand Cerundolo. Zverev forehand into the forehand Cerundolo on the stretch. Zverev in the forehand to the forehand Cerundolo on the stretch again. As Zverev cross court in the net. 15-0. I'm trying hard to be enthusiastic. I really am, but I've got nothing. Yeah, let's see. Look, I think this is an interesting matchup, but it's not a very interesting match. Like, you know?